Hey, what's up, guys? This is your boy Travis back again here at Big Boy Toy Reviews. And today we are taking a look at Inuyasha from Dasin Model. If you know anything about Dasin, they are the companies that give you the I don't like to call them bootleg, but like replica Dragon Ball Z figures. You know, they'll do like the Dragon Ball Heroes characters and stuff like that. Stuff that like Tamashii Nations won't do. And so they came out with an Inuyasha figure. If you had watched my figure on the Shrine Maiden, I think, or Sorceress or something like that, I said that she looked like Kikyo. And I was like, I remember that there was an Inuyasha figure out there, but I never capitalized on it, and then I regret not capitalized on it. And then come to find out, I was able to find it on AliExpress. Now, whether this is the real version or not, I'm not sure. How to do they? I mean, it says Inuyasha on it. I don't know who owns that license, but it says his name on there. It says Inuyasha on there, so I don't know. There's no. I guess you can technically use that name and not get a trademark violation. I don't know. But yeah, obviously it's Inuyasha. Now for the box, there's literally not much going on here at all. He doesn't come with any type of directions or anything, so I'm not sure why. You know, I don't know why they didn't put some kind of directions in the box. And so, but he looks really, really cool. He really does. He looks really nice. He looks just like the anime for sure. A little history on me and Inuyasha. Inuyasha was probably my third anime that I've ever watched in my life. And I loved it. And I absolutely loved it. And I did grow up where, you know, they didn't have an ending to Inuyasha for like, it seemed like 15 years. And they finally came out with an ending. I'm pretty sure I saw it. And I don't think that I was very happy about it. I don't recall being very happy about the way that they ended the show. But I loved Inuyasha and I always wanted a figure of them, and they never came out with any solid figures that were reasonably good looking. And so I guess Dasin decided to make one, and they made it with all cloth goods, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. You can see his claws are painted. So, well, actually, oh no, you can't see his other fingers. So yeah, on the fist hands, the thumbs are painted with the white claws. So that's good. The face looks good. The face looks good. The paint, there is a big gap in between his head and his bangs that's pretty thick. I'm wondering if I could. I'm not quite sure if it's bumping into. Let me take these bangs off. I don't know if it's bumping into the back of the hair in the back. Let's see. I do like the way that they did his bangs. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, what's stopping it from being flush. But it's a little bit on the annoying side, I will say that. It's an interesting way of the faces plugging in. I've never seen that before. That one single plug in the forehead. I'm used to like Tamashii Nations or like Figma. I don't know if that looks better or not. Anyway, on this side, at least his hair is covering up a little bit. You can't quite see it, but it shouldn't be that noticeable, to be honest with you, when you're posing him around. It's just something you notice when you're reviewing the figure. You got to kind of go over those things. His ears are painted nicely, but everything else is cloth. You don't really have to worry about any paints or anything. very similar to the Shrine Maiden or whatever her name is from. I think it's a Sasuke. I think made her, which I was surprised that. It seems like Dasin model used almost the same exact type of material that they used on that character. So I wonder if they got some kind of relationship with companies like Hasuki. But yeah, I like that. His hair looks pretty good. There is some subtle shading in the bottom here. I do like that. I do appreciate that. Considering that this guy doesn't need a whole lot of paint. I'm glad they added it somewhere. There are some rough spots, like here on his hair. Definitely some rough paint spots on his bangs here. But I think it was only like 40 bucks on AliExpress, so I'll take that. Joints are very, very stiff. We'll get more to that in the articulation. I did want to say I don't know. I wonder why they made this plastic, because his belt looks especially cheap to me. I wish they would have just made that cloth and just made it, just tied it around. Since everything else is cloth, it's kind of odd that this is now plastic. And I don't know if they needed something more stiff to hold these pants in place. I'm not sure, but anyway. But yeah, he looks good. His face looks good. I like the appearance that he's pulling off here. He looks like Inuyasha. Let's get to the accessories. All right, so as far as hands are concerned, he does come with a rack of hands. I love it when they're on racks. Rack City. He kind of has some like posed claw hands here. He has some like he's about to attack you claw hands. Kind of some resting on your side or something here. You see that the claws aren't out. I think the claws are longer when he's angry. Both of these, I guess this is a little bit longer claws here. And then obviously we need the two weapon holding hands. So nice little plethora of hands. They are soft, so they shouldn't be too hard to maneuver around. But yeah, those look pretty good. Then he does come with a plethora of faces, starting off with his happy face. Obviously, when he's with Kagome, that's the next thing I need is a Kagome figure. But that face looks good. This is the fourth face of 4. This is face number 2, which is odd. But then here he is yelling. And again, very, very nicely done. Very nicely done. Then we got his 2 angry faces. So when his demon powers are coming out of him, oh yeah, this is dope. Number 6. How is this a 6? Including the face that he came with in the box, he only has 5 faces. I don't know where 6 comes from. But yeah, I really like that one. And then one more angry, kind of like smirking face, looking off to the side. That one looks good too. See what number this is. This is number 5. I don't know if is 1 and 3 missing. I feel like I'm missing the face here. Anyway, then he comes with this little necklace that you would probably have on him all the time, but since it didn't come on him in the box, I didn't put it on him, but you probably do want to go ahead and put that on. He comes with his unpowered sword, like his powered down sword, and it looks pretty good. We do have paint on everything here, I believe, so that's wonderful. I do like the gold that they decided to use for that part. So yeah, looks pretty good. Then he has his sheath version of the sword, and this does come out. I'm interested in why they picked to have like just a little hint of a sword in there. That's interesting. I don't know if this applies to the anime in any way, because I don't remember, because it's been decades since I've watched that anime. But did his sword get broke? I think his sword did break at some point, right? Or am I off? But yeah, that looks fine. And then we get his powered up sword, which is obviously the one everybody is going to pose him with. And this looks freaking awesome. I love this thing. It looks so good. It even has shading in like the little furry parts. They did a really, really good job with this. The sculpt is a little soft here on the with the fur, but for 40 bucks, I love it. For 40 bucks, this is pretty darn good. I can't complain. I can't complain about it at all. I love the way this looks. This looks so good. And the reflection, like you have it dark and light. Yeah, this is legit. That is proper silver paint right there. Good job, Dasin. Then he comes with a stand, which is good, which is really, really nice. I do appreciate this. 40 bucks, man. You can, oh my God, Hasbro. No, they're not even, just this alone puts anything that Hasbro wants to charge more than $40 for to shame. To shame. Not to mention all the faces and all the hands and all the accessories, like 41 bucks, something like that. Pitiful. Absolutely pitiful, Hasbro. Hasbro is absolute trash can water. Then he comes with obviously he had a base, so he comes with the stand arms. So comes with a couple of ways that you can use it. I wish they had put some pictures on the box. It came with instructions to kind of demonstrate how you would get some good use out of these stands. I am by no means a good poser of figures, so I don't really I don't really have any creativity when it comes to stuff like that. So to have pictures to kind of show me is always helpful and appreciated. But anyway, that's it for accessories. Let's get over to articulation. All right, so obviously his hair is stiff. It's a stiff piece, so he's probably not going to get a whole lot of looking up, which is expected. So not really any looking up there. Looking down, he can look down pretty good. And he does get some nice side to side, nice little double ball peg in there. So you can get that head moving quite a bit. You just can't get it to move up because of the hair. I showed you earlier his little sideburns, or whatever you want to call them, are on little pegs. And so they move around and they're hidden quite nicely. I think they're hidden pretty good to where they don't look super separate. Now I will say this, he's stiff in an oddly good way. You know, you can get parallel here or horizontal here on the shoulders. He does kind of have a butterfly joint built in somewhere in there, so you probably could get him to double hand his sword. You just got to kind of twist it around. Maybe you obviously have to use the elbow a little bit. There is a bicep swivel in there as well. So yeah, but you can definitely get him double fisting his sword if you wanted to. But there is a bicep swivel in there, way over 90 degrees with that elbow. You can't see it, but trust me, it's way over 90. Quite stiff, but I think in a good way. They're kind of gliding, kind of smoothly. Now this is my first Dasin figure, so I don't know what is normal for them, but it looks pretty well constructed to me. So I do appreciate that. But yeah, that's nice and tight. Nice and tight. But obviously you would never see that joint because he's always going to be wearing his uniform. Then obviously ball hinges, nice big ball hinges too for the wrist. He's pretty good in the chest. He can get back pretty far. He's supposed to be a pretty agile character, so yeah, he can get back quite a bit. Then forward, I'm just going to use all the joints here. He can get forward decent amount, and he does get plenty of side to side. And again, very nicely stiff. Like, he will hold a pose, and you don't feel like you're about to break him or anything like that, or he's about to pull apart. So nicely done, nicely done. I am impressed. The swivel is at the top joint. Now mind you, this shirt is tucked in, so the more you maneuver him, the more this shirt is going to pull out. What I suggest is you get something like this, where you can kind of grab this and kind of push it back down into his pants, because you will get that coming out, because this stuff is tucked into his pants, so you can get into his pants like so, and try to get that tucked in. Same thing with this kind of rib, or not ribbon, but kind of like rope piece. You kind of want to grab it and push it in. Sorry, I'm sick. Push this in like so. Let's see if I can do it on camera. I promise this works. I might be failing in your eyes, but trust me, this does work. Sorry. Might be some hard cuts in this video because I am coughing, but I did just want to kind of give people an idea of how to fix this if they were having any issues with getting this stuff back into his pants. But you don't want to use anything sharp. So if you got even like a plastic spudger or something like that that's kind of thin at the tip, you can get that to go back in. But anyway, back onto the articulation. He can do pretty good on the splits. I do appreciate that. I don't know if these are drop downs or anything. I don't think they are. They don't feel like they are, but yeah, he gets pretty good splits. There is a thigh swivel in there. Kicking forward, not quite 90. It's actually, he can't kick forward that much. That's surprising. Backwards, we get back a little bit. He might have some butt cheeks back there. Knee, super bend on the knee, way past 90 there. Then we get down to the ankles. Nice big ankle pegs there. Go up that far, down that far. And then obviously you can twist that around for a ankle rocker. No hinge in the toe, but these are very soft feet. Very soft feet. So yeah, I like this guy quite a bit. His articulation is pretty damn good, so I appreciate that. Anyway, that's it for articulation. Let's get to some comparisons. All right, so here he is next to Yoko Littner from Gurren Lagann. And then here he is next to the Kikyo figure that I was talking about that I think looks like Kikyo. Obviously her name isn't Kikyo, but they look good together. They look really good together. And if you look at their sleeves, they're very similar in the way that they kind of braided that string through them. So, and similar to even her little whatever you call this outfit, it's very similar. It's very, very similar. But yeah, I think they look great together. So yeah, that's an awesome comparison. I'm super glad I got this guy. All right, and finally here he is next to another Hasuki figure. I forget her name, but she's basically a female ninja. And then we got Kamina from Gurren Lagann. I hate the way his cape fits on him. It looks just so bad. I had it looking better before, but that looks terrible. I don't know. Oh my God, it looks so bad. Anyway, that's it for comparisons. All right, so in conclusion, all right, this dude is awesome, man. Nice articulation, very smooth, very buttery joints. I mean, like I said, I'm not a big poser. Obviously, his neck articulation, head articulation is going to be probably because of the hair. But other than that, he's awesome. The cloth, the soft goods look excellent on him. They aren't all baggy, and his outfit is naturally baggy anyway. And so, but they drape over his shoulders and stuff really nicely. So this dude is dope. Definitely worth getting, especially for the price on AliExpress, man. The shipping takes longer than necessary, and they don't really give you any other shipping options. But no, man, I've shopped on AliExpress twice now, and I have had nothing but wonderful experiences on it. So AliExpress is damn good in my book. I even ordered the CT Toys Brown Suit Wolverine because Mayfex won't get off their fucking ass and reissue it. They'll reissue all these other figures that were worth tons of money. Like, how many times did they re-release that Hush Superman? How many times did they re-release that guy? A shit ton. and they know people want that brown suit Wolverine, and they dumbass let CT Toys capitalize on it, and now their CT Toys is going to sell a shit ton of those brown suit Wolverines. I got at least 2 on pre-order, because they only like 20 something bucks on AliExpress. It's ridiculous. So yeah, shame on you, Mayfex. Shame on you. Anyway, yeah, this guy's awesome. Definitely worth picking up, especially if you are a fan of the anime. But anyway, that's it for the review. Comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.